Well, it's time to say goodbye for this week. I'm sorry it's a lot of videos. Remember, this is Summer A, so I'm compressing a whole bunch of stuff into a single module, into a single week. Had this been an ordinary semester, I would have done state, federal, international law, and judicial interpretation on 4 separate weeks. So I kind of cramming it all in there. So you have to bear with me on that. But in this module, what you did is you were exposed to and you studied and we discussed the 3 major sources of law: state, federal, and international. And to give you a complete picture, we also saw the role that courts play in interpreting these sources of law. And so it's really cool how we began with the case of Wilkerson, a case that began in Orange County, Florida, right? And went all the way up to the Florida Supreme Court. And that case stands for the fundamental proposition that laws have to be clear. They cannot be vague. They have to be general, in public, etc. And we ended with the case of Yates versus United States, a commercial fisherman out in the Gulf Coast of Florida. And again, how the courts had to decide whether a fish is a tangible object for purposes of a financial fraud law, very important law, the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002. So courts, in other words, play a huge role. And we'll see that courts will play probably a very important role in deciding whether the recently enacted federal animal cruelty law, anti-animal cruelty law, is constitutional or not. So I hope you've enjoyed these lectures. I'm trying to do my best here, giving you the big picture of state, federal, international law, and why the courts are so indispensable in any legal system. And so you're going to have state courts, federal courts, and of course international tribunals, all basically doing the same thing, trying to figure out the meaning of these various laws at these various levels of government. Well, that's going to conclude it, promise, Module 2. Hope you've enjoyed it. And again, thank you for bearing with me. And hope you enjoy your discussion post assignment and your quiz assignment for this week as well, which I'll post on Thursday at midnight, and then I'll have it open for 72 hours. All right, take care, God bless, and go Knights.